Welcome to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube as we take a look at Monday Night Football for Week 1. The only time we're getting a doubleheader, it's the Steelers and the Giants at MetLife Stadium, followed by the Titans visiting the Broncos in Denver. Kevin Rogers and Tony Mejia with you. And the final games to wrap up Week 1 in the NFL. And Tony and I will each give out a selection on these two games. And for the first game, the interconference battle between the Steelers and the Giants, here's Tony Mejia.
Well, Kevin, I really like the Steelers in this game. I think they're going to get up for Ben Roethlisberger's return. Really like a secondary that came into its own when Minkah Fitzpatrick was acquired from the Dolphins. And they could make Daniel Jones's life miserable. Golden Tate is questionable with a hamstring injury, so it's really going to be the Sterling Shepard show, and they're going to try to get Evan Ingram involved. I just think that the Giants, in their first game under Joe Judge, won't have the continuity that Pittsburgh brings to the table. Both coordinators back, Mike Tomlin back, an offensive line that knows how to work in the trenches together, James Conner running the football. All of that, to me, looks like a winning formula for Pittsburgh to get started on what should be a redemption season for them on a Monday night. To start this doubleheader, give me Pittsburgh laying the points. That line moved a lot, but not enough to scare me off it. Steelers over the Giants in the Monday night's Game 1.
And in Game 2, Tennessee facing Denver, a very intriguing game since the Titans were a team that was one win away from the Super Bowl last year, and they led the Chiefs early, actually, in the AFC Championship, but then Kansas City took care of Tennessee, and the Titans really made a lot of waves by beating New England in the wild card round, followed by a really solid victory over a Baltimore team that was thought to go to the Super Bowl. And the Tennessee Titans, they have their quarterback now for the future, Ryan Tannehill. After Marcus Mariota started last season, he struggled, and then Tannehill came in for the last 9-10 games or so and played very well. We saw what Derrick Henry did on the ground. You look at the Denver Broncos, and the Joe Flacco experiment just did not work. And now Drew Lock, the former quarterback from Missouri, it's his show to run. And the Broncos are a team that, yes, they're minus their top defensive player in Von Miller. The Broncos are a team that started 1-3 at home last year. They had 2 losses in the final minute on a field goal and losses to Chicago and Jacksonville. They did beat Tennessee at home last year, 16-0. Granted, Mariota played a lot of that game, and Tannehill also had some time in that one. But they finished the season 4-0 at home. So at least the Broncos are getting that home field edge back, and a lot of expectations for both these teams this year as far as being potential playoff teams. Again, Tennessee was in the playoffs last year. But I'm going to take the points with Denver here. This line has swung from the open. The Broncos were favored. Then it went to a pick'em. And then with the Von Miller news, now Tennessee is favored. I'm going to go with the Broncos here, getting them as a short dog to beat the Titans in Week 1 of the NFL to wrap things up. And to review our picks for the Monday night doubleheader, Tony has the Steelers laying the points against the Giants, and I'm going to take the points with the Broncos against the Titans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Vegas Insider. For Tony Mejia, I am Kevin Rogers. Thanks a lot for watching, and best of luck with your bets.